Welcome to Ultimate Outdoors and Wayne Pearson's first ever search for the ultimate outdoorsman. Wayne searched the countryside and chose 12 lucky contestants that wanted to try their hand at being an outdoors host. Over the past 10 weeks, you've seen these contestants compete at hosting with only one winner advancing per show.
Richard!
Each contestant has been judged on his or her entertainment value, hunting and fishing skill, and how they presented information to the audience. The 6 second rounders went head-to-head until only 3 remained. The 3 semifinalists gave it their all while taking on the Levelwood largemouth, leaving 2 finalists, Tracy Howard and Jessica Giddens. These 2 will now be judged on last week's performance hunting axis deer at the Brady Ranch in Okeechobee, Florida. Both contestants did quite well, scoring big with near trophy axis deer. So the decision remains a tough one to decide who will be the first to win the Ultimate Outdoorsman Search of 2005. Let's now hear from Wayne Pearson and learn how the Ultimate Outdoorsman came about.
When I started TV some 25 years ago, just a handful of shows, only 4 of us out there. And I was really the only one that was really doing the hunting. And, you know, a few years after I started, I got a call from Rich Caulfield, ESPN, one day, said, "Wayne, come see me." And when I did, he said, "Let's do a show called Ultimate Outdoor Adventures." And we did that, but we wanted to invite the viewers to be our guests. They'd done a survey and found out that the people wanted to see the average Joe come in and be on TV. We were way ahead of our time 19 years ago. And we did it, and it lasted about 10 years, went over real well. We took hundreds and hundreds of spectators on trips, and they really enjoyed it, seeing themselves on national TV. We came back with a reality series of our own to give our average Joe an opportunity to be an ultimate outdoorsman. And an ultimate outdoorsman is not one. There's many out there. How many of them have the opportunity to host their own show and to really become, you know, that person and very visible to go on a hunt, fishing trip of a lifetime and be in the mix of things and host their own show. I'm telling you, it really is very rewarding to me, and I tell you something, it's been a lot of fun. You know, the season has been really good. We started off trying to mix it up. We selected 12 people from thousands of postcards that we felt like each and every one of them could be an ultimate outdoorsman. And we went down to Texas and did a duck hunt. Tracy Howard really came to the top, did a great job. We've done some fishing. We've done quail hunting. We saw a young lady rise to the top, Jessica Giddens. You know, to see this whole series kind of develop and to see these superstars rise to the top and to see every one of them get better every time they're on film, that's the reward in it itself right there. Going into Brady Ranch, I knew that Tracy had more experience. I knew that he had more public experience. I knew Jessica was really working at it hard and trying hard. So it turned out to be a super event, a lot of animals, a lot of fun. And then going from there to Chama, I knew that we had the ultimate experience, the ultimate hideaway, finest lodge, finest hunting, some of the best elk hunting in the world. I knew that that's the place I'd want to end up. But again, who knows who's going to go.
The whole competition, all in all, I mean, it's been a wonderful experience. I've met tons of wonderful people and got to go and do things that people don't ever get the opportunity to do in a lifetime. If I was given the opportunity to do it again, I would jump all over it. I hope that I win.
The elk hunt's never been the motivating factor for me. It really hasn't. Each individual trip and the opportunity to go to somewhere that I would never be able to go to on my own, meet these great people, and do the kind of things that you see on television, that's been the motivating factor for me. The elk hunt is just this kind of thing that's riding out there, and really, it was difficult for me to realize that I was a contender until I got down here.
First off, did everybody have a good time?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
It was great.
It was the last event, okay? Both of you came a long way, all right? But the big question, are you ready for this?
Definitely.
You ready to get it over with? You know, Brady Ranch, I think, exceeded your expectations. Both of you probably saw 500 plus bucks.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. Both of you bag nice bucks. Both of you have trophy bucks to put on the wall. You know, and going into this, we knew that education, entertainment, and action was what we was looking for. We know that both of you have eliminated a lot of people to get here. So you've done your job, but who did it the best this time? Okay? Education. Tracy, we felt like you did a better job. Entertainment, Jessica, we felt like you won that out. Action, it was pretty even going in. So you know we struggled with this answer, okay? It came down to the wire. Again, I'm glad I didn't have to vote, okay? But I'm gonna tell you right now, Tracy, you get to go home, and Jessica, you go to go with you.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything.
I cannot believe this, girl.
Oh,
So
Lord.
close, so far. Unbelievable.
Oh, my Lord.
Her excitement can barely be contained. Jessica shares her thoughts on the competition and hunting at Chama. Don't go anywhere. Ultimate Outdoors is brought to you by Southern Link Wireless, a Southern company. Maglite, the professional flashlight. Southern Company, energy to serve your world. By Bass Pro Shops, the great outdoors, pass it on, and the Outfitters Association of America. Welcome back to Ultimate Outdoors with Wayne Pearson. The Ultimate Outdoorsman Award winner, Jessica Giddens, has risen to the top, overcoming many competitors with her enthusiasm and a love for the outdoors. Let's hear what she has to say about her adventures so far.
Man, I have had a blast doing this. This has been an opportunity of a lifetime, and the knowledge and experience that I have gained through each leg of the competition has been great. Well, a friend of mine informed me about this contest and was like, Jessica, you need to try out for this. You know, I think you fit the bill and it'll be a great opportunity. I went on the website and submitted my essay and then went and made a film, and then Wayne called me and I was like, no way. You know, at first I was like, there's no way that he has called me to participate in this. I was blown away by it. After the phone call, Wayne informed me that we were going quail hunting and that I was going to be competing against Larry Hustack, who is from Cleveland, Ohio. But then the part that worried me was, you know, I'm up against a guy, and the competition was already very limited on the female aspect. There was 10 guys and 2 girls, so I was like, you know, the odds are definitely against me. You know, after the first one, I was like, wow, you know, what a boost of confidence, and I can do this, you know. And then the second time, because it was such a stiff competition and because Alan was such a die-hard competitor, you know, I was like, whoa, I made it to another one, you know. My weak point has been the enunciation. Throughout the contest, I've been able to improve. Also, I've taken everybody's advice, number one, to heart and tried to apply it to the next round. I was like, wow, you know, I mean, each time that I've gone to a competition, it's gotten tougher and tougher, and I haven't even met these guys yet. So the mental games that you were playing with yourself, you were beating yourself out before you ever met anybody. And finally, I just had to go off and have like a little me preparation to go, hey, you know, you can do this. And it's not just a guy thing. It's all about having fun, and you know, you've experienced a lot that most people won't ever in a lifetime be able to, and you've met a world of great people. It's just an honor to be able to go out there and hang loose and just enjoy Mother Nature. Sure, if that big buck walks out there and you get a chance to take him, I mean, yeah, I'll be glad to put him on my wall any day. talking with everybody, you know, they've definitely helped build a mental picture about the lodge at Chama, and I just cannot wait to experience it for myself. Just to be out there and to be blessed with that opportunity is just a greater experience than someone can describe.
Coming up, Jessica Giddens and guide Alan Darrow glass the majestic mountains of Chama, New Mexico and search for that one big elk.
Are you an ultimate outdoorsman? Here's your chance to find out.
Just like the 12 lucky contestants in 2005, we're now taking entries for our 2006 Ultimate Outdoorsman Search. Could you be one of 12 contestants chosen to compete as a host on a segment of Ultimate Outdoors with Wayne Pearson? Well, it's easy to register. Just send your name, address, and daytime phone number to the address shown. Be sure to tell us in 50 words or less why you should be an Ultimate Outdoors host. Or go to oaoa.net and register online.
Find out if you have what it takes to be an ultimate outdoorsman.
Welcome back. Our 2005 Ultimate Outdoorsman Jessica Giddens is preparing herself for the ultimate experience, an elk hunt in the mystic mountains of Chama, New Mexico. But first, Wayne Pearson has a few gifts for our winner.
Jessica, you made it through Outdoorsman Year Award on behalf of all of our sponsors. Got a new Nikon binoculars, a new Leatherman tool Charger XTI with all the bells and whistles, new Steyr Mannlicher 7mm Magnum rifle with a Nikon scope. You've got everything to go to Chama. Here's your plaque, Outdoorsman of the Year, and we're working on your new TV show for '06.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. Can't wait to get out there and go on my first elk hunt.
It looks like Jessica is ready. Let the hunt begin with expert guide Alan Darrow.
Well, the first morning was opening season, and we got out there and we set up where we would be looking down into the ravine and saw some bulls go past us, heard some up above us that we missed, and then we heard him bugle down below, so we set up, started calling to him, then he came right into us and just bugled right there in our face, and it was just overwhelming. Just to get him that close and not be noticed was just awesome. And then he circled around behind us and just hung out. We passed him up. He was probably low 300 class bull, but just a great first experience since it was the first morning and the first day and my first experience, and see what happened later on.
On the afternoon hunt, we thought that the water holes would be a pretty good place to go. We'd been sitting there a little while, and a nice 6x6 bull came in, just quiet as could be, and came to the far east end, and there's a series of wallows down there, and he looked around, smelled a little, didn't sense any danger, and jumped in the wallows, and about then a big bolt of lightning hit, and another one, and then the rain started, and we pretty much got soaked.
Well, because the rains in the afternoon cut our hunt short, we came back in, and I met a hunter out here named Ken Adams, and over dinner heard a great story and a great success from his hunt that afternoon.
Now, late in the morning yesterday, we observed probably 40 plus elk going over a hill, and Charlie said they're going to get down in there in a canyon and they're going to stay.
We're about to run out of time. This is where we saw those bulls go in this morning. It looks like they're just going to mill around there and probably stay there. We're going to have to make something happen.
Let's go get him.
That's a pretty steep old hill.
I'm trained for it, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Charlie spotted a nice trophy class bull. He's a 6x6, excellent symmetry. He's standing there, but unfortunately he's a little out of range, and there's a lot of oak brush between us.
We ain't got much time, so we got to get to that tree right there. Can't shoot through the brush.
Right, okay, let's do it. And as luck would have it, I got up to the tree and got my heart rate settled down a little bit, stood up, put the crosshairs on the bull,
He's hit. He's hit.
And that's my first trophy bull. That's my first elk of any kind.
Don't go anywhere. Jessica continues her hunt in New Mexico for the ultimate bull elk. Ultimate Outdoors is brought to you by Southern Link Wireless, a Southern company. Maglite, the professional flashlight. Southern Company, energy to serve your world. By Bass Pro Shops, the great outdoors, pass it on, and the Outfitters Association of America. Welcome back to Ultimate Outdoors with Wayne Pearson. Our hunt continues with our 2005 Ultimate Outdoorsman winner, Jessica Giddens. She's already passed on several nice bull elk, holding out in hopes of discovering that perfect bull elk.
Now this looks kind of like the area that we were in yesterday.
Yeah, it is. It's the same area where we saw that 300 class bull that we had come into us. But the way the wind's blowing this morning, we're not going to set up quite as low. We're going to come, I like this tree right up here because it's on the knob, and our scent's going to be coming down this slope, and I think the bulls will come up the other side right to us.
Okay, well, let's go get set up.
Let's do it. You see that tree down there with the sawed-off stump?
Yeah.
That's where we were backed up to yesterday.
Okay.
See, we've got a little better view of this side slope.
All right. So
Why don't you, oh, did you hear that bugle? But let's get set up. You get right here. I'm going to sit right next to you.
Okay. Well, the next morning came earlier than I think all of us expected. So we set up, got on a little ravine where we could look out and try to see the elk coming, and if we needed to move. Had a lot of activity, not a lot of bugling, but a lot of activity. Had a nice 7x7 come in, but we opted to pass him up because we just didn't really have a good, clean shot scenario.
All I could see was the tip of an antler, and then I could see his fourths and his thirds and his seconds, and finally I saw all of his rack, and he was a beautiful 7x7 bull. And we tried to get Jessica on him, and he just didn't present a good shot, and so I told her just to calm down and hopefully we'd have another opportunity.
Everything was real quiet in the woods, and then all of a sudden it was like the earth shook, and we had a bugle, and we decided to turn, and there he was. I mean, coming straight to us like he was on a string. It was definitely an adrenaline rush whenever Mr. Allen was like, he is a shooter. I was like, oh wow. Ka-ching! Oh man, golly! Oh wow. That is awesome! Oh my God!
Oh man, what a pro, the way you swung around on him like that.
Oh man, I just knew he was like going to be gone out of here whenever he
He was wheeling, that cow call stopped him and pow!
Oh wow, thank you so very much.
Oh.
Let's go see. For a first time experience, you can't beat this. But now the question is, how do we get him out of here?
I think you're gonna have to help me.
has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sport. Become a better outdoorsman. Log on to ESPNOutdoors.com.